I'm not going to say that because I don't have the nurturing. It's not inherent in me to be nurturing and loving and patient, and tolerant like a woman can be. So, but you do have a lot of these women out here say, I don't need a man, but yet they got a kid and they're
Yeah.
getting child support or alimony or whatever, but yet they don't need a man. So it's really kind of contradictory when you
Yeah,
think.
I'm reading all the data right now I have on the back end here. It looks like out of the single mother households, right? 34% of them were in the poverty line compared to married households. Only 6% of married households are in the poverty line for raising children. And then out of all the single parent households in America, 80% of them are single mothers, and that trend is growing. And if you know anything about the statistics of single mothers, like just they did a study, right? Just a father being present, not being active, but just being present significantly reduces all aspects of depression, anxiety, early sexual promiscuity in girls. The markers are just through the roof for just having a father present. This whole notion of like, we just don't need a man and fathers are not important is absolutely toxic in every sense of the word. And it's devastating to the culture because America was built by families. Any great culture was built by strong families. And once you start to attack the bedrock of a society, which is the nuclear family, now you begin cultural decline. And if you could take a look what's happening right now, I mean, you're seeing these young kids in these cities like San Francisco and Chicago robbing these Walmarts, robbing these CVSs, robbing these Walgreens, stealing all these things. And if you look at the crime statistics too, prisons are filled with people, men from single mother households. I mean, a father is so crucial and so important. And I I'm trying to because the only thing that it just seems so sinister because there is a media in America that is constantly belittling men from day one. You have men are stupid on television, men ain't movies, men are bad in education, men are bad in government propaganda, men are bad on all social media. It's even in video games, men are bad, men are evil. They just had a leak of the Dungeons and Dragons script where they were writing about this masculine male character or this main character, and the writer said it was their goal to emasculate the man on the
Really?
film. Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's coming out of California. What do you expect, right? There is there,
Thor calls it California.
yeah, California, Cancerfornia, Clownifornia, whatever. But you have these pseudo progressive thinking people that think that this is the new wave and this is the way it's doing. And the reality is, men are needed. Countries like China, which is lapping the United States in GDP growth, education rates, and so much more. China has actually come out with government doctrine that says like we need more masculine men. Like they called them like sissy boys, like got weak, effeminate. Like a lot of these Korean K-pop guys look pretty gay.
Yeah.
They wear makeup and stuff like that. That's banned off of TV in China. They're saying that we need more male teachers. We need to pay teachers more. We need to pay male teachers more as well. There needs to be more masculine role models because there is a gigantic feminization of men. And then when you tack in also the the plight of men's testosterone levels dropping due to all the chemicals and everything around us in this world, you have quite the disaster set up for America, and it's not looking good. It's really not looking good, and that's why I think guys like you, guys like Thor, guys like Wraith, senior members in the Masculine Empowerment Network, senior not in regards to age, but also, you guys have lived longer. You guys are all in your 60s. I think that's the real wisdom that's needed because you guys saw a world before what we have right now.
Yeah, completely different. And I mentioned it on the show Saturday night on Dude Party about I grew up with men when I was a kid. It was a liquor store, and people would go. They would go behind the liquor store, and in the evening after work or after they did their farming, there'd be 15, 20 men back there talking, having a couple beers, and I would go back there with my grandpa or my dad. And then I grew up around that kind of stuff. And then when I was older, we'd hang around the street corner, myself and a bunch of my friends, young men friends, 16, 18, 20, 25 years old, talking. So we had a lot of fellowship with men. And what I remember back then is if one of the guys started getting hooked up on a girl, we use the word pussy whip. We'd ride him if he, started getting too much involved with her. We'd call him out on that. Like, so we'd keep each other in line. Hey, don't get too, basically what that's saying is don't get so wrapped up in a woman.
Yeah.